Sure.
Well, there we go, Commsverse TV 2024, and welcome to Mercedes World. We have some guests. We've got Moraine, of course, but I'm not going to introduce him anymore. You've listened to him so many times already. But let's check out who we have. Yeah, no, you're just going to stick your nose in anyway, and they all know you. You'll survive.
Okay, but we have guests.
We have guests.
Yes,
guys, introduce yourselves.
Yeah, so I'm Michael Levy. I'm from Numonix. We're a compliance recording vendor in the team space and many other spaces too, but hopefully we can share some information and some fun. Aerospace, whatever space.
Whatever
I'm
space.
not going there with you because we started a little bit interesting a bit earlier, but space,
Anyway.
let's leave it at that.
Yes.
All right, Tim Sully.
Yes, hi everyone. I'm Tim Sully. I'm the product marketing manager at CenterPal. So we're a native contact center solution for Microsoft Teams, based down in Australia. Hence the little mascot I've got with me today.
Oh, look at that.
And the long journey.
That's on our swag collection. That's going to
Yes,
stay.
yes.
Yes, that's going to stay.
We might get you a second one, a fresh one.
Ooh.
Okay.
But yes.
Okay.
You can keep the panda.
You can keep the panda. I'll keep the kangaroo.
I'm having that roo, baby. All right. Anyway, yeah, cool. So from Australia.
From
That's
Australia,
nice.
yeah. So we've made the long journey up to the UK and then really enjoying the Commsverse conference. So first year sponsoring and really
excellent.
enjoying it.
Did you
Brilliant.
come all the way here just for this conference?
Just for Commsverse, yes.
No.
Yeah.
The travel must have been longer unless you decided to spend a week here as well.
Oh, yes. I've got family that live here as well, so paired it with a personal trip, but all up about 33 hours of airports and planes. So I think well worth the trip, though. It's been a great conference so far.
That is dedication.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
of course, we're getting you're getting paid for this as well, but I mean,
Yes, yeah.
it's still
Always helps.
dedication.
Always helps. And the weather in London has been fantastic as well, so couldn't have picked a better week for Commsverse.
Yeah, so in Europe, everyone has been complaining for months, like it's not summer, it's always raining, and now it's bloody hot.
Yes.
Everybody's complaining it's too hot.
It feels like I
So-
haven't left Australia, which is interesting. So I have a suitcase full of jumpers that I don't need, but
Yeah.
So you're just standing around going, oh, this is really cool here,
yes,
man.
yeah.
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 Nice. So how hot does it have to be before you get your shorts out? Because everybody else is
Um,
cursing long trousers here at the moment.
Yeah, like probably around 28 is a good nice temperature to
So
start.
I'm guessing
yeah.
you're here as a customer of Numonix.
No, actually, so we're a
Partner.
partner of Numonix, yeah. So being a contact center solution, obviously compliance recording is a very important element, particularly in those regulated industries. So Numonix has been a great partner in helping us provide those to our customers. So we got a stellar platform that works really well for our customers.
Yeah, we find it's important to have an open system or ecosystem. So we have partners or customers that might want to use a contact center, might want to use our recording platform.
Makes sense.
They have to talk to each other. We have to be able to support them together. So we build these close relationships with all these vendors to be able to work closely with them to give customers what they need, and that's solutions to their problems.
Cool.
So what is it that you do?
So we do the compliance recording.
He's
So-
going to ask you again, what
Sorry?
do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah, you need
No,
to
no,
be
no,
more
no, no.
basic.
More who?
Earlier on, we had a person that was talking about we do data analytics.
Oh,
Yeah, that's cool, but what do you do?
okay. So what?
So you do compliance
I do space.
recording.
How
That's
does your
cool.
money? How does your
What-
business
what
make
do you
money?
do?
There you
Yes.
go.
So yeah, what do we do? So we have two elements of our business. We solve people's problems when they need to be compliant with regulations.
Got it.
In terms of recording, make sure MiFID requirements in the UK, whatever SOC compliance, whatever Sarbanes-Oxley in the US.
Nice.
Whatever other regulations there are, we record them. We make it. We provide good service and support, which is another important thing in the space. You got to be reliable. You can't face fines for missing recordings. But then also, what we've been more involved in recently is being more of an enabler. So instead of providing an end-to-end solution, we're finding now with all this big hype of AI, everything's AI, Copilot, you name it, and feeding LLMs, we see a lot of these companies the key to all these analytics is one word, and that's data.
Yeah.
Where do you get the data? How do you get it?
What do you do
can't
with
analyze anything if you don't have the data. So we're that tool
Yeah.
that goes and gets that data and presents it in a clean, legible, compliant way so that these platforms can go and do their thing with the data.
And
Nice.
what kind of data are we talking about?
Oh, there's voice, there's video, so screens, desktops. We can provide all that data to customers. And we work with some of the bigger analytics firms, one in particular, a revenue intelligence platform called Gong. They provide revenue intelligence to people, how to sell better, how to close deals better. If they have a customer that has Teams and using Teams, we're under the hood as that data capture in a compliant way to deliver that to them, then to give the client the insights.
And that's then
Nice.
Teams calling? That you...
Teams,
yeah.
no, we
well,
don't provide the calling. We can interconnect with operator connect providers, with direct routing, calling plans. Wherever the data, wherever it comes from, we're agnostic to that. We can just provide them the media.
So do you store people's data and collect it, or do you just work on it after it's been collected?
No, so we have two options. They can store it in their own infrastructure,
Yep.
in their own Azure, or we can store it in ours. We have dedicated segregated blobs.
Nice.
We even have customers that put our whole architecture in their own Azure environment for security reasons. We have some government customers, it's very sensitive to them, so they put our whole infrastructure there, and then they use that underlying tech for whatever applications they're building. So we like to
Cool.
be that enabler. We even provide our solution to other recording companies who need to have a supported, well-built solution.
Cool. Wow.
But
It
that
was-
was too serious for this discussion, right?
It is,
That's
yeah.
way too serious.
Yeah.
But,
Well,
but
you,
that's fine.
but now
that's
we
fine.
understand it.
Compliance is a serious
And
business.
so does everybody else.
Ish.
I'm serious about what I do.
Nice. I like. You're still
Yeah,
thinking
no,
about it.
Yeah. No, that's cool. It's cool. Okay.
But I think that at the end of the day, about 5 years ago, probably a little bit less, organizations started to realize how important this data was. Microsoft started making all of the event logs available in M365, all of the event logs, every single little trick that came in and out, because that's basically how you're going to decide how you're going to spend stuff, especially if you're doing multi-tenancies across different countries and all that kind of stuff. And yes, I don't collect as much data as I'd like on my stuff, but I'm well aware that it's where the information is, and so we're making poorer decisions for it. But-
You said something very important, where the data is and what data. That's something that I always talk about is data classification, because now, if you don't classify your data when you're using any of these LLM and tools, you don't know who has access to whatever insights are coming out.
Agreed.
I heard a story about someone typing as a joke, what does he earn? Like the guy next to him, and the data came back to him because the company had incorrectly classified their data.
Yeah, there's horror stories for everything, but that's also the biggest weakness with LLMs and that security side of things. If you're trying to get data that actually is useful sometimes, you need multiple copies from different people and different perspectives, and you don't always have access to those data. We were talking to Microsoft earlier today, and I was pointing out that's the biggest problem with looking at SharePoint or M365 data. It's all kind of so well secured, may not be
Should
the way
be.
it needs to
Should
be,
be, yeah.
but it is. That actually you don't get necessarily AI or Copilot doing what it needs to be done. So yes, tagging it is very important, and classifying it with sensitivity labels is important, but basically making sure that it's still available by whatever account you're running Copilot, and then it's translated into anonymous data is really important. And I guess you do that out the box.
Yeah, well, most of our customers that are in the OEM channels do that. There are options. We're doing certain things with Microsoft and the APIs in terms of meeting summaries and ChatGPT, ask your recordings, anything. But the serious conversational AI, all that stuff, we work with companies that do that because that's what they've been doing. They've collected the data for all the years. They're able to provide good insights on those niche verticals that they support.
All right. Cool.
I like.
So
I like
how
that.
you're partnering up with them? So what do you provide as an extra?
Absolutely. So we've got the end-to-end customer engagement platform for Microsoft Teams. So contact center, attendant console. We do omni-channel support as well. So web chat. Just recently, and excited to share at Commsverse, we've brought email support and email management into Center Power Platform as well. We've got some really neat AI features. So being that we've built this feature for the ground up in the AI era, we've done some intelligent, I think, really, really efficient ways of managing email in a customer service environment. So that's an exciting announcement that we've got for Commsverse.
So you make sure that all that data from my calls and my documents and my chats are all combined into one big pile of data, and then I can now do analytics on.
Correct. So yeah, we have the corpus of data, and we've got our Power BI reporting out on as well that we can offer to customers, and they can pull all that information out and manage their calls that way.
All right, cool. So what effect has the whole AI revolution had on that?
Yeah,
product?
I think customer service and customer engagement, I don't think there's a better industry fit for generative AI and the whole AI boom right now. Obviously, there's self-service capabilities that you can bring, but from the agent side, so the people who are actually handling the calls, you're not only improving their efficiency, but also the customer service outcomes that happen. So a more consistent service experience for customers. You can leverage your knowledge bases to ensure that all agents are providing the same level of service to every customer when the call comes in or the email comes in. Agent onboarding time as well, significantly reducing that. The hardest part is just getting them started with the tools, and we know how easy Microsoft Teams is to use. Our platform being native into Microsoft Teams looks and feels just like a Teams app, so getting started with the platform is even easier, and then AI makes that even shorter onboarding time. So in peak periods, you can onboard agents even quicker.
And I can just ask that system all kinds of questions about my customers and the interactions that we have with
Exactly, yeah. So think of you, let's say we've had a customer call in 3 times in the last 24 hours. You probably know something's not quite right, and you want to probably give a bit more focus onto that customer. We can look at previous call logs as well, and the CRM data that's been put into those, the wrap-up codes, the wrap-up notes, summarize that. Perhaps there's a note on there that the past agent said that the customer will call back with the information that's been requested. That the new agent that answers the call, not always the same agent can answer that call. Can quickly summarize that information and provide a really great experience to that customer who probably previously hasn't had a great experience, and hence the third callback. So some really intelligent stuff that just helps agents get the job done quicker and better.
So when I ask it something, will it also do like write it out word for word? So
yeah,
when it's a lot of information, I just need to wait until it's written out, all that information?
Yeah, so if we look at our email and chatbot as well, we can provide automated responses to that. So you can either start kicking off your own response and have AI finish it, or have it generate it from your knowledge base. So one of the intelligent things with our email platform is we don't just look at the single email that's come in, but the entire thread history. So we can see whether the case has started, how it's progressed, and where it's currently sitting at. Overlay AI to analyze that, the intent detection as well. What's the required information and the required step, the outcome the customer is looking for, the sentiment, and then build that response that the agent can then send to the customer based off the knowledge base as well. Perhaps you've got information in your CRM about the customer's preference on language, or language preferences and things like that. So we can look at how we can simplify the language. Perhaps English is their second language, or perhaps we need to give a more formal response or a more sprightly response as well. So yeah, any customer service agent can respond in any which way.
Will it also prompt me that, hey, you forgot to add an attachment?
Yes. Our platform doesn't support that yet, but it's a good suggestion. It's a good suggestion.
I see that all the time when I want to send an email. It's like, oh shit, I forgot to add that.
Well, that should tell you, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think? No, that's neat. So I'm guessing this partnership is quite powerful for you. You got the data, the tools, the great ways of collecting it, and you bring your tools in, and it actually just improves the experience for the customer in a big way.
Yeah, we've solved some good use cases. We just rolled out Domino's Pizza, which we've worked together on that one. So great reference client for both of us, but we have many other clients in reference together as well.
I want a 12-inch pizza with tomatoes and ham. And it goes, surely you want ham on it? We got a better deal on chicken, because 17,500 people at this time of the day actually eat. Well, you know what I mean.
Well,
no, what was that? What was that? That interesting use case?
What was their use case? Because it was worked through them. What was their use case for it? Managing their call centers.
Yeah. So as you'd imagine, they've got a pretty large store footprint. So they have a store support center that relies on CenterPal and the Numonix suite as well to empower their stores on the ground to deliver great pizzas to their customers as well. So compliance is a big element of that platform.
Nice.
So that's where Numonix stepped in. And we've got a Jira integration as well. So we've brought the Atlassian suite right into Centerpal as well, so that they can manage their IT support tickets all in one unified agent desktop experience. So compliance recording, service management, and the calls all in one app.
Neat.
So when your pizza arrives on time, you got them to thank.
Yes, I guess that's probably correct.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to pull in that our
The
next
people.
guest.
Okay.
And we
Thank
never
you
got
so
to
much.
ask
Fabulous.
about the old Pac-Man on the T-shirt.
The
So
Puckman is a game we're running here, or Numonix, whatever you want to call him. And if you get to the top of the leaderboard, you can get one of
did
these
you
shirts.
guys have like a huge Pac-Man at ESPC?
We had one. We had one somewhere.
Oh, right, yeah,
we
that's the
built
way.
A big one that you could walk
Nice.
around taking photos with as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Nice.
thank you very, very
Thank
much,
you.
Michael.
Great, thank you.
Appreciate it.
And Tim, take him, but you have to return
We'll get you some new
because
one, fresh
that
one,
is,
freshly dressed
that's gonna
one.
look really good all day tomorrow and be able to tell it where it came from. So
Absolutely.
that'd be neat.
Great.
Thank you
Thank you
very
so much.
Thank
See ya.
you.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
So much,
Bye.
guys. Bye-bye. Wow, we've been hearing so much about data.
Yes, it must be a big field.
Big field,
Yeah.
data scientists all
Hi,
over the
guys.
place. Michael, again,
Again,
I think we spoke
Again.
this time last year.
last year the doors were closed and it was behind closed doors, I think.
We've upped the technology this year so we can use different microphones and not be bounded out by
I'm not
everybody
gonna
else.
prune, no.
Yeah, that's cool.
I
So
need a
anyway,
big-
just get close enough to as if you're eating the microphone.
Yeah, you can just
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
just
what
to
they do on
lift it,
stage, isn't
post out
There we
wherever you
go.
want. Yeah.
That'll do fine.
it? Testing.
Yes.
We're all good. So what's happened this year then? What you been doing?
What have we been doing? We've been concentrating very hard to enable and help our partners be
Yep.
able to get into this Teams world. Because in the past, a lot of our partners have never touched Teams because it's coming from the IT world, and we've traditionally come from the telecoms world.
Yep.
So we need to just give them a nice arm around them and say, come with us and we'll help you. And working alongside with some of the sponsors here today, the Spectralinks, the Ribbons and all those guys, we're there to say to them, right, okay, whatever the situation, whether someone wants to do a big bang movement from into Teams, or a UCAS which embraces Teams with Ring Central or 8x8, or they go, I want to keep my Avaya, my Mitel, and then move gradually over to Teams.
Yeah.
We can fill all the gaps and also deliver the same solution that they've had with their traditional
Yeah.
PABX, whatever it might be. So
Oh,
it's
cool.
very much taking it from the voice side of things, making sure they get the same service as before.
So as a
is
recap,
that a software service or a hardware thing, or is that a
It
service?
depends on how they're going. So a lot of it is consultative. So we'll look at their situation and say, right, okay, Mr. Customer, what do you like? Have you got now? Okay, this is what if I'm going to move to the cloud or move to Teams, I want to have the same thing. Okay, we marry them up with the right solution. And then that could be a software solution. It might be we need a bit of hardware in between so the old can connect to the new. Or it might be don't need that, we're going straight to the cloud with Teams.
So you're working with a lot of partners
Yeah.
to make
So
that
our
happen.
resellers, I think initially Teams was kind of looked upon as an IT solution rather than a communications.
Yeah.
And now they're realizing, well, actually, you know, and certainly with how Microsoft are talking about Copilot and ChatGPT, all these kind of things, it's actually embedded into the whole voice solution.
that's cool. So just to remind everybody, that's what you guys do.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
you-
we're
you-
a distribution
Yep.
partner, we're a distributor. So traditionally, you know, you'd have had the big distributors who are shifting tin from A to B. We do a bit of tin, some devices, but mainly around software and delivering all these software solutions, whether it's contact center, so contact center for all, we're with them today. We deliver that, no hardware, but we'll integrate it, we'll install it for them. The resellers, they can then buy it off us and sell it on. So it's quite nice that they can get the recurring revenue or upfront, whatever it might be, but it means they're part of the Teams ecosystem.
Neat. So does that mean most of your business is around a consultancy kind of service most of the
Well,
time, making it work?
I guess
and-
some would say consultancy, some might say selling.
Got
You know, it depends
yeah.
how you look at it.
And what do you think?
I'm a salesman.
As long as they pay.
Exactly.
I
Consult.
tell them what it is. They pay me the money. I
Exactly.
must
Do you
be a
want to buy it?
salesman.
Yeah. Consultant. I think you should buy this. Same thing. But I position my pre-sales guys to say, go in, listen to what they want, because people always trust a technical person rather than a salesman.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of both. You know, we there's always the end game, but with our partners, they build trust with us.
Yeah.
So they know that they can come to us. We might not always get the sale, but at least then next time they can come along and say, okay, these guys, I can trust them. They didn't try and push me down a rabbit hole just because they sell the product. They'll come back. And for us, we feel there isn't any distributors out there who just focus on Teams and the whole ecosystem. So we don't sell the licenses, obviously. We sell everything around it.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
So there we go.
So how big are you?
30 people.
Okay.
Yeah, UK. Always been very much involved with voice and data and Wi-Fi for a long time. So not the biggest, quite nimble. I think that's probably one way.
Agile's the
we
better
get
word.
agile. Very
Agile's
good.
the word.
We're not a broadliner. We're not a tech data. We're nothing like that. Because I think in this world, they've got such a broad range of products in comms, in data, in security that you can't be the whole jack of all, master of none.
Yeah, I get
so
it.
we feel that we're a master of the Teams integration side of things, and we wrap it with engineers. So again, very different to most distribution traditional. So we've got engineers that our partners can say, I want to buy that product, but I need someone to install it. We wrap it all up, sell it to them. They can sell it on as a white label service. So it gives them that entry into Teams quite quickly, which is important.
So do you resell voice services to these people through Teams?
Yeah, so we have calling plans, we have all those side of things. Again, we don't sell Microsoft phone licenses, but we'll explain to them they need an E3, an E5, whatever the latest flavour is.
Yep.
And then we'll sell them call minutes across the world, just the UK, whatever. And then obviously we say to them, right, that's all very well. Do you need the features and benefits that you used to get? Yeah, I need auto attendant, I need contact center, I need AI, and we go, right, okay, we can build that all in.
Neat.
All right.
So I'm guessing a lot of your stuff is about added value. So really what you're doing, I mean, and again, just being right down to the bottom line, that regular monthly payment for those voice services is what's underlying
Absolutely.
your business.
You know,
but the added value
we don't
is
invent
getting
anything.
them in there. Yeah.
But what we do is we package it up and say to our partners who they used to sell oranges, now they've got to sell bananas. We say, don't worry about it. We've got a lovely banana all packaged up. Go away and sell it. And that's where a lot of resellers over here will be going, okay, this is a new world for us. You know, Microsoft, that means IT.
Techie things.
Yeah, I get that.
Mean a lot of
What about the change side of things? So these partners have to then go into the end customers, I guess. So is that something you support with them as well?
We'll always support them. So if they have, we do a lot of joint calls with the reseller. So the reseller will say, can you jump on a call? They'll lead it, and then they'll say, this is our specialists around UCAS, around contact center, around Teams calling, whatever. We'll paint the picture. They then will go, brilliant, can you give us a solution? We'll build the solution. The partner then can position that into the end user. So again, a little bit different to the traditional distributor.
Exactly, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so, and I think people are now, what's good is that people recognise that's what we're good at. If someone said, I want to get a box from A to B in the quickest possible way,
Can't help you.
that's not what we're good at.
Yeah.
You know, we'll help you decide what box that is, and we'll get it from A to B, but that's where our specialist is.
Cool.
So someone
Giving them well-informed decisions.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and it's not always going to be cheapest, you
No.
know, because we'll give them the best solution, and I think people are recognising it. People are realising that I'm not going to employ a load of engineers anymore. I need someone else to do that because it's an overhead that they want to keep down, and that's how it is. And we're finding a lot of our partners, whereas before, if you had a tin, you'd sell it for cost at A, sell it at B, and that's how much money you make. It's as simple as that. They could then pay the salesman. When you've got a recurring revenue, when it's monthly, it's a different way. So again, there's a lot of education in that respect.
Fully understand. So in theory, you're like the Marks and Spencers of the MS Teams world.
I would say John Lewis.
John Lewis? Well, yeah, I guess the quality is about the same.
Oh, I don't know.
That kind of works.
At least you
It
didn't
depends
say
where you get your
Aldi.
underwear from, doesn't it, really? No, it depends where you repeatedly buy your underwear from.
Absolutely.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, you buy
So-
a little bit from John Lewis and then a lot from Aldi. So which bit do we want?
We don't want the Audi business again, all of that. No. So a couple of weird out-of-the-box questions then. So Nuvola, where did the company name come from? Was it Voila?
It means cloud in Italian.
Damn, I do feel now I've asked you that question before. Now
No,
you've
no.
told me that.
Now I know.
So
Now
we
you
have
know.
another part of the business which is about engineering, and that's called Nuage, and that's French for cloud. And then we used to have our own hosted solution, which was Nuvem, and that was Portuguese for cloud. We've run out of them now, though. The Chinese is a
Lovely.
bit weird.
Brilliant.
Oh, we got a nice Dutch word,
Oh, what's that?
wolk.
Exactly. We didn't pick that one. Wallet.
Wolk.
Walk.
I'm going to
yes.
move everything to the wallet.
It's in the
Wolkens.
Wolken.
It's in the wallet.
In the
yeah.
Wolken.
The
Yes.
Nice.
wallets today.
Yeah.
But only the Dutch can get away with that.
No, that's true.
Deservedly
So tell us about the big deal. You don't need to mention any names, but it's been a year. So you was kind of kicking this service off. So
Yeah, so
who have you sold to this year? And
we've done some
contracts?
big rollouts. We did a big 700 hotel site rollout,
Nice.
which included making sure that the hotels are up and running as soon as possible, obviously, making sure we de-risked it. So a lot of project management there, working with the partner, getting the handsets from A to B.
yeah.
Not always that easy in the UK.
No.
So we've done that. We've done a lot of contact centre work with Contact Centre for All, local government, which again is what people are looking at. They're going, we're going to go Teams, but we still need a contact centre. We need a call recording. So yeah, we've had a lot of success in that respect. Still building, still looking to bring on new vendors into our portfolio to fill the gap, the analytics side of things, other bits and pieces that will, again, we want someone to come to us and say, whatever it is around Teams, these guys can deliver it.
And is that mainly UK, the market, or are
No,
you just
so
you
we
doing-
have, good question. So we have an
Every
Irish,
so often.
yeah,
Every
we
so
have an
often.
Irish business. So we have an Irish company set up in Shannon. So we actually do a lot of business in Europe, because obviously
Nice.
the you know what, and let's not mention it. So
Yeah.
getting boxes from A to B,
Yes.
we have a lot of success. So we have a lot of resellers who come to us and say, right, we've got a far out customer in Brussels or Amsterdam. Can you get a box? I don't want to hassle with the tax and all the paperwork,
Yeah.
and we can do that for him.
Nice. He's also into Irish whiskey, not in a big way.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like it.
We can work with that.
We can
yes.
work with that.
Yeah.
Southern
All
Ireland
right,
is beautiful.
Michael. Well, that was a good. Great doing the catch up. It
Yeah,
was good
yeah,
to
no,
hear
it-
It's,
I think we've gone a long way since we last spoke.
we had problems last time. We had to do it twice. I remember.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely fine. But no, thank you very much for. Am I your last one for today?
Now we've got those boys and girls over there who've been
yeah.
speaking, so I'm guessing we'll put both of them on just for fun. And yeah,
They
if
won't
we
be as interested as me.
no,
No,
that's
that's true.
fine. That's
No.
still
Have a good day.
my friend. Yeah, no, that'd be cool. All right, good.
All right.
Yes.
Cool.
Go
we
on
got
then, guys.
Sarah and we got Dan as well.
Yeah, let's stick Dan and
Come
Sarah
on, Dan. Come in.
No, Sarah, join.
We
We've
got
got
two
two
mics
spares. Anouk is busy doing presentations. So you can lower the
Why?
microphone. Down it comes. Ooh.
Down.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
you
you knew.
need to talk pretty close into it.
Talk
Yeah.
really close.
Yes.
Cool. So how you guys been? You were here early this morning when we were here.
Yeah, we were here.
Yesterday too.
We were here from 7:30 this morning. So yeah, it feels like a long day so far.
Yeah, yeah. And we've
Yeah.
still got dinner and drinky poos to have.
Yeah.
But that's not
And
exactly
cigars.
hard work.
I
Sounds
don't know.
like a
It depends
conference.
whether you can walk straight up the stairs or not afterwards.
I can't walk up straight upstairs sober,
know
so
that one.
no chance.
Good thing there's an elevator at the hotel.
Yeah, there is. It's
yeah,
weird,
but it's
that
a
elevator,
difficult
isn't it?
one.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been struggling with it yesterday.
No,
this
Marine,
morning
it's
as
not the
well.
elevator.
No.
It's the whiskeys.
You mean you've got to scan your room card before you
No,
can press the
so
button?
even if I want to go down, I had to like really push really hard on that zero button.
Oh yes, no. It's the two. You see where the little red stuff at the top? Press
Yeah.
there. The button's a bit imbalanced. So press
yeah,
at the top of the button.
something
it
like
works.
that. Yeah.
So
But also,
really-
have you
Welcome to
noticed
the
how
elevator
clever it is?
podcast.
Sorry. Yeah.
Welcome to the elevator
Yes.
podcast.
Exactly.
Going up.
yes. I have to say, this is better than the topic we had earlier, which was Teams for toilets.
Yeah, you don't want to go there. He had Teams for toilets by the
Teams
time
for
we'd
toilets.
finished.
No.
Yeah, no. I mean, let's be
Something
honest.
to do with the acoustics when you're in a toilet
Yeah.
hall and.
In his head, it
Taking
all
it.
sounded good. But of course, it all starts when you get a bag that says "bag of shit." So it sets the tone really for the rest of it, doesn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
but it was good shit.
It was good shit.
Yeah.
It was pretty
It should
cool
have
shit.
said that. Like this
This is
good
good shit. On
It
the other
should have
side,
said- yeah.
bag of shit, good shit.
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
pass
you
the
don't want to give
feedback
people
on
a
for
bag
next
of the good shit, because that might also be misinterpreted.
Maybe. Yes. Good call.
Who cares, man?
I have a feeling in
Wow.
customs it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you've been around. What's caught your eye?
Oh, The fact that it's so busy this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wonderful to see so many people, but there's so many people.
It's better than not being people. Can you remember the first one when he got hit by all the oil people and blocking the roads? And
Yeah.
was you not here for the first one? They
I don't
we had,
think
you know,
so.
like they've just done this thing around Stonehenge, throwing pink powder at it and stuff,
Oh,
and gluing
jeez.
themselves to art.
Oh,
Well, what they
yeah,
did was
yeah.
they glued themselves to major junctions on the M25 and stopped the M25
Oh, yeah,
running.
that's right.
And of course,
yeah, I remember.
people
yes.
couldn't even get here on the first week.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And it's lovely to see the exhibition hall so full as well.
Suppliers, yeah,
With so many new exhibitors.
agreed.
Yeah,
Yep.
lots of interesting products and services to have a look at as well. So
It's not your first
yeah.
time here, is it?
No, I was here last year as well. But I
Yeah.
feel like this year it's more crowded, more busy. Like it's going the right direction.
We don't know really because we've been here.
Well, I've been walking around.
Have you? You lazy bugger. We were supposed to be here all day.
you've been kind of protected
Well.
by your barrier.
We have a bit, but I got the impression this side it's not been overly full. So that's. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's unimportant if people think it's full. That's good. Anyway, I was
Think
really aiming to find out about suppliers and services rather than how busy it is. So anything that set your boat alight went, oh, my customers will like that.
That's a difficult one for me because most of what I do is training on the features
Yeah,
in the core
that is
product.
very
so
true. Yeah.
I don't really get involved very much with helping
Solutions and
people with
rolling
the
stuff
different
out.
solutions
Dan?
and so on. So
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen anything where I went, oh, I have a customer that needs that right now. But I've definitely seen a lot of things where I'm like, I've heard that request in the past. So and lots of cool products solving all kinds of different problems.
Yeah.
Ranging from call centers needing teams to do their stuff to just, seeing
Lots of data analytics.
data analytics. Like there's some guys at the bottom there that are doing like Teams workforce analytics. That's basically Viva Insights but cheaper.
you can't say that.
Yeah, you can.
I can say whatever I want.
We're not being sponsored by Microsoft, so this
No,
is
we're not.
totally fine.
We're sponsored
No,
by
fine.
ourselves, aren't
These,
we?
these guys here, if you want to look at data analytics, Clobber, they're cheaper than anybody, and they're really very good. We're talking 4K-ish for a whole year's worth of stuff. It's very, very neat. And so I need
We're not biased at all. They're not sponsoring us at all.
we just
No.
happen to have
No.
done the trip already. So
Yeah.
one of the suppliers here, they're tucked away in the back. It's just highly recommended, and they're small and friendly and nice and listen to you. So that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've seen a lot of data analytics stuff.
Yeah.
And I also find the whole quality of the bars and the cameras. Did you get your
Yeah.
code word in?
I went to the Sennheiser booth. Yeah,
And you managed to get it sorted this time.
I did.
And what did he say?
So I couldn't remember the magical word.
Right.
So I went and said, I know a magical word. Do you know the magical word? And he said, yes. So what is it? And I couldn't remember for the love of me. So I went, it's something to do with soundbar. And he went, yeah, I'll sign you up.
Nice. It was good. We offered all the people the chance to come up with a secret word on the pre-videos. We were the only company that took it, and so it was neat. So there we are. All right, good. Well, so tell us something fun.
Fun.
Yeah, you've been here for a day. You've been wandering
I've
around
been
and meeting
wandering around.
people.
Yeah.
Have you met somebody you didn't expect to meet? No. So
Not
much for
someone I
the.
didn't expect to meet, but lots of people that I hadn't met before in person. So it's been nice to catch up with a couple of the MVPs from across the pond, as it were.
Yeah.
Especially the Commsverse organisers. I haven't met them before, so that was quite nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, just generally, that's for me the biggest thing about these conferences is
Yeah.
meeting new people.
How confident are you of being redone in July?
How confident I am of being renewed in July? Well, I would hope to be, but it's not. It's not something you achieve. It's an award. It's a recognition, and it's whether Microsoft feel that what we've done in the past
Is
12
worthy what their
months
targets are. I know I have the same thought process.
reaches the level. I would hope to be.
Yeah, I know we both had a
So
conversation
basically,
about
it
this a
is.
few months ago.
Did you do enough AI stuff?
Is it just AI though? But I mean, I've
No.
put in a level of effort that I'm comfortable with, and
Yeah.
hopefully
And that's what matters.
that's enough for Microsoft, but I don't do it for the recognition. I do it
we
because
know
I
that.
enjoy it.
Yeah, we're here for the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, I
That's cool.
just do it for that blue badge.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he
No, so
does.
that I can say to my customers, I've got that badge, and I can I can ask for extra money on my day rate. So because I'm a freaking MVP. No, of course not. No, no. I've actually been doing sessions worldwide 6 years before I got into the MVP stuff because I just didn't care about it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it is as you said, like doing enough things for the community that we love because we love the community and that's what we're comfortable with.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about doing things for the community, I mean, Dan's a relatively new
MVP, yeah. Still not up for renewals. So I feel confident that I'm renewed.
I like it.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know, Dan becoming an MVP is one of the things that I think the whole program is about, in that he met some of us at a conference and became involved in the community as a result, and here you are.
You put a great night out in
And we
a
have
really
another one over here. who's
professional
busy
way
on
there.
I was busy on a telephone the same basis. So yes, newbies as well.
Yeah.
So that you two could be MVPs and we would not be. That could be the worst case.
Could be. Yeah.
Then,
And then
I'll,
you'd have to go
I'll
to your
happily
cus-
nominate you all again.
Thank you very much.
No.
There would be somebody that would be very envious if we stay an MVP and he doesn't get one.
Might be.
Cryptic.
Wow.
Might be.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
well, part of the fun.
Yes.
It
How is the food?
Oh, the food at Commsverse is always amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. And even though there's a queue, it's like the queue moves fast.
Yeah.
Like, and there's just a variety of food.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Is
you'll
it-
go to a conference, there will be one dish, and you'll be like,
Eh.
Yeah.
I'm not really feeling boiled fish today.
Boiled fish. You Danish people. Jeez.
No,
Well, I can still
we pickle
remember.
our fish.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. No, you bury it somewhere in a
Oh,
tin
no,
can
that's-
for years and
No,
years.
that's the
and-
sweets. That's the
Okay,
sweets. I don't want that
okay.
one.
No, but I can still remember like a few years ago that every time there was like an evening somewhere in a conference, there would always be like massive amounts of pizzas. That
Yeah.
was always
Yeah,
fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it looks like everybody's deserted us. We're the only ones left.
Good, and we can grab swag everywhere.
Do you know
Yes.
why? Because it's the social upstairs.
There's cold beer.
We're
Oh,
missing
they're
the
drunken.
social.
And we're
okay,
still
let's wrap up then. Yes.
Oh, no,
Let's
really?
wrap up. Let's have some beers. Oh, you can't. You're driving. Oh no.
No, imagine you being in the back of the car if I'm driving.
Yes. So the thing is, he's got a big van,
Big van with 8 seats
but
in
he
it,
took all the seats out
so
on
I
the
could
back.
move house and forgot to put one back.
Yes. So I could join him in the car together with Anouk. So they would sitting in the front, and I would sit on the floor, on the back, in the middle of a big van. So every time he would do a roundabout, I would just be sliding across the. I don't
That
know.
sounds like fun. I would suggest the speaker bus as an alternative.
Oh, we had to start early
That
this
is very
morning.
true. Yes.
Ladies first.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Tomorrow will be speaker bus, I'm sure. No
we'll
need to do
see.
anything
We'll
else.
see.
Well, we
I,
know we have
I
to
saw
take
Dan
everything off.
driving here as well. So
Oh,
I
no,
might.
I'm not driving here. I was
Okay.
driving with Simon today.
Simon.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Ah.
Oh well. Yeah.
It
No,
doesn't
I
matter
can't
anyway.
drive on these roads. The car's all wrong. I don't know what
No,
they did to them.
no. The cars are all right here. Maybe. Who cares? Anyway, it doesn't matter. This is Commsverse TV. Last episode of the day. We had some great guests all over, but we're finishing off with the best. Hello, guys.
Yay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Always save the best for
Sarah,
last.
Dan, Maren, Anouk, thank you very much indeed. Goodbye from me, Steve Dolby. And Maren's got the video ready because he's about to play. Boom.